Why the Chiefs, man? Come on, EDC. Let's take a deeper dive into the Orlando Brown trade and why it was good for both teams.
Kansas City now finally has a good left tackle to protect Patrick Mahomes that is still very young at the age of 24. If I were to give a grade to both teams, I would give the Ravens an A+ and the Chiefs a B+. I like this move more for the Ravens because they were able to still get good value in return for a player that publicly demanded a trade. Normally, when a team tries to trade away a player that publicly demands a trade, the team loses a lot of leverage because other teams know that the team with the disgruntled player on it will eventually have to trade away the player. In this case, the Ravens had leverage and got good value in return. This was a good trade for both teams.
Let's talk about the Orlando Brown trade to the Chiefs. In my opinion, this is one of the few trades that both teams actually won. And let me tell you why. With the Ravens have two humongous positional needs in edge rusher and receiver. With the 2 first-round picks, they can get receivers like Rashad Bateman and Rondale Moore. And they can get edge rushers like Gregory Rousseau, Kwity Paye, Azeez Ojulari. They can get them. And with the Chiefs, their biggest positional need was an offensive tackle. And they got Orlando Brown. So why would you draft a tackle that could be a bust, or just trade away your first-round pick and get a top 10 offensive tackle that you know is going to be good? With the Ravens' sake, they easily replaced Orlando Brown with Alejandro Villanova, which, although he is old, Orlando Brown is on his last year of the contract, so I see this as a win for the Ravens. Alejandro Villanova is not as good as Orlando Brown, of course, but he's a serviceable at the position. With the Ravens now, they can get a receiver and edge rusher in the first round. They gave away their second-round pick, which the Chiefs, they can get someone like, Kadarius Toney or Wyatt Davis in the second round to fill their O-line or receiver need. And the Ravens, with a third-round pick, they can get an inside O-lineman to fill their offensive line. So I see this as a win-win for both teams. And if I had to give a grade to this trade, I think I'll give the Ravens an A, the Chiefs an A-. The grade as a whole, the trade as a whole, I'd give it an A+, just because I think both teams really benefited from this trade. One knock that I would have about this trade for both teams is one with the Ravens, because they gave away a top 10 offensive tackle to, I guess, a rival, kind of, because, the Ravens are always losing to the Chiefs, and why give them their biggest positional need? But you're also taking their first-round pick, so that's always good. But anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.
Well. Orlando Brown Jr. to the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. The Baltimore Ravens have traded Orlando Brown Jr., their Pro Bowl, 2 times Pro Bowl, left and right tackle, to the Kansas City Chiefs for what it may seem like a bag of pennies. The public's mad. Ravens Twitter is mad. They're frustrated because the trade is Kansas City receives Orlando Brown Jr., number 58 from this year, and a 2022 6th-round pick. And Baltimore gets the Chiefs' first-round pick, number 31, their third-round pick, and their fourth-round pick, respectively, number 94 and 136. And they get the 2022 5th-round pick of the Chiefs. As you guys know, Orlando Brown Jr. is an incredible, young, and talented left tackle. But is this haul for him really worth it? Let's see. Ignoring the later rounds like the 6th and the 5th pick, it looks like a very bad trade on paper for the Ravens. Well, you see, the truth is, it's not that bad in reality. When those later picks are out of the equation, Kansas City gets Orlando Brown Jr. in number 58, while Baltimore gets number 31, 94, and 136. If you cancel out picks 94 and 136 for pick 58, and think of it as the Ravens just trading back, because Eric DaCosta himself, he even said that he wanted to trade back. If you think of that as just the Ravens doing the old Ravens trick in the book, you'll see that Eric DeCosta has just traded Orlando Brown Jr. for a first-round pick. Not an early one, of course, but number 31 is enough to move on from a great tackle who was in his last year on his rookie contract and also didn't want to play right tackle. With those picks, the Ravens can draft someone in the first round, can draft two people, draft a receiver and their premier edge rusher that they've been looking for, a weapon for Lamar Jackson, maybe like Rashad Bateman or Terrence Marshall Jr. For their edge rusher, like maybe Kwity Paye, Greg Russo, Azeez Ojulari. I think this is a good trade for both teams. Chiefs come out with a slight edge because they get protection for Patrick Mahomes. Final verdict, Ravens B+, Chiefs A. On behalf of JDR Sports Productions, we would all like to grade this trade for both teams as a solid A. It's rare that this ever happens, but this time it did. What did you guys grade it as? Please comment down below.